Hello, good evening, and welcome to Gamedec, a game where I work as a private detective in a cyberpunk future investigating crimes of sorts committed in full immersion VR games. So I'm playing games within a game? Possibly within a game? It just keeps going around. But in any case, this week I will be continuing my investigation of why the people who are employed to farm in this free-to-play game, well, farm shinies using hacks in this free-to-play game that I am currently in, are passing out and losing their progress and various other bad things, and who is responsible. Along with various other things, because there just seems to be more and more stuff that keep getting piled on to this. So I should probably get into this, because there's a lot of stuff to be investigated, apparently. One of which I did not negotiate a fee for, which I feel very bad about. But, to the game. Alright. The roof of the Undercity is one of my favorite spots. Even though I'm standing on one of the lowest walkways in Warsaw City, I feel like I'm on top of a mountain. Below me is a 150-meter-long, gaping abyss stretching over the seemingly endless ruins of old Warsaw. A ground cleaners company Cyclops chugs away in the distance, clearing rubble from old blocks of apartments. If you look hard enough, you'll notice bonfires made by savages among the dust and fog. I can hear the humming of a nearby MCC beacon standing guard and watching over me. Yes, the ROU is definitely one of my favorite spots. Blog, The Dark Side of the Megapolis, Alfredus55. Hello, Green, good evening. Playing Gamedec in an online farming sim, planting plants and opening chests. Yes, I'm not sure how many times the recursion recurses, but it's definitely going round. Also, good evening. Alright, and I am here because I wanted to talk to Dr. Thaddeus here, who is very impatient for the midnight train?
I have nothing against networking. It's good for business.
Okay, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I have not been taking lessons with Golem. Golem takes lessons with me. The man was standing still. A window with stock market news was hovering in front of him. He was level 1000, which is the max level in the game. There was a title next to his name, Doctor. When I greeted him, the man looked at me, nodded, and went back to his diagrams. Ask about the doctor's title. Ask what he does here. Ask about the stock quotes. Walk away! Ask what he does here. What do you do in High Rock? I thought it was a place for beginners. Where I should be is Monumental Valley, a super premium location, in case you didn't know. I came here by accident, and I want to get out.
Sunset deals are the best part of the game.
I really dislike the way that the random NPCs just butt into my conversation. I'm waiting for the Midnight Express. It's the only way to leave this place. They blocked the roads so that new players wouldn't get lost.
Sunset deals are the best part of the game.
Arrgh! They should add paid teleportation to the game. I'll suggest it to the devs. Ask about... should I ask about the doctor title or about the stock quotes? You know what, let's ask about the doctor title. I noticed a doctor's title next to your name. Do you serve as the local physician? Give me a break. I'm not a doctor. I paid a small fortune for this title. I also have one in Relium. PhD. Wasn't cheap either. When players see my title, they flock like vultures to beg for money. Like this gal here, Leanne. Pretty name, that's why I remembered it. In places such as High Rock, a title is more of an inconvenience, but in more prestigious locations, it commands respect. Ask for money. Sleeves demand money. Ask what he does in Relium. Scalpel admit that you're a doctor. Ask about the stock quotes. Well, I think that asking what he does in Relium and asking about the stock quotes are related to each other, so...
You have to level up more.
What do you do in real life, sir? I'm curious. What do you do in Relium? He looked at me suspiciously. Why, you a journalist or something? Deny.
A lovely day.
Shut up. Okay, deny. Infotainer, say that you're an infotainer. Or say you're a game deck. I don't think that he's going to respond well if I tell him I'm an infotainer. I'm going to try telling him I'm a game deck. I'm a game deck. I have a natural need to learn about people. I have nothing against networking, especially in Virtualia. It helps with business. I'm a biz patron. I offer advice and assets to businessmen in exchange for shares. I work in harvest time. It's way nicer than Viper. He looked at me conspiratorially. And way safer, though not many people know that. Ask about the stock quotes? I see that you follow the stock market. What's worth investing in? Don't ask. Every investor will say something different, and some will charge you for it. Traders flirt with disaster and crowd psychology. As far as my investments are concerned, it's no secret. Most of my portfolio consists of Blue Whale's interactive stocks.
Enjoying the game?
I would if you'd stop talking to me. Past choices. BWI's rate has been on the rise for some time now, and I'm getting richer by the day. They released a new project under Director Haggis. They say this Haggis guy had some personal issues and things could have gone sideways, but luckily it all worked out. It seems that investing in stocks really is like tossing a coin. I'm not going to bother asking him for money.
This game is so addictive.
I'm just gonna go. Can I talk to you? No. Is there anything over here to look at? No. You're not worth talking to. What about this? Looking for a good guild? We'll let you join if you make the cut. Find me sitting on a barrel close to the stands. Rusty Ed. I already joined that guild. Hello, ladies.
Enjoying the game?
I already talked to them. I don't think I can get anything new out of them at the moment. Does anyone have a ticket to the Midnight Express for sale? Oh, I wonder who posted that. You and your apples, which I didn't steal. Why are those cows mooing so much? Why did I say that? They kept mooing. Do they want me to milk them? Whose cows were these, anyway? They looked unclaimed, but this game had no stray animals. Their tails swung at the same pace. Was that a glitch? Maybe they're just flavor assets? Maybe? Alright, what does this board say? Will rainbow tomato seeds from Spring Breeze be useful in a year? Should I toss them out? No dumb jokes. Farmer Klaus. If one of them has to... No, I think I left the card trick pony behind in the other game. None of these quadrupeds have actually tried to talk to me, although one did feed me an ad. Oh, Happy Joe. I can speak to Happy Joe. Howdy, partner. Welcome to High Rock. It's wonderful to see you in this world. If I'm nice to other players, I'll be accepted to Ed's guild. I won't stop you any longer. Have a good game. Alright. There's a weird sort of buzz standing over here in my headphone. That's very strange. I still don't want to go into the guild yet. Does anyone have a ticket to the Midnight Express for sale? Oh, Dr. Thaddeus is desperate. Oh, I guess I'm talking to these people now. The women were involved in a lively conversation and didn't grace me with a glance. Listen to their conversation, interrupt, leave. Oh no, listen. I stood aside and listened. Do you honestly think it was here, in this graveyard? The ledge it grew on collapsed, that's why there's no trace of it. The cosmic tree, Axis Mundi, the tree of good and evil, the tree of knowing. This symbol is present in every culture. The Vikings, Australian tribes, Christians, and Slavic myths, it's everywhere. According to these beliefs, there's a spot where time stops along the tree's axis around its trunk. It allows you to connect with the past and the future. For the Australian Arenate people, the cosmic axis was a pillar. It transformed unknown space into the world, an organized reality. What the heck kind of conversation is this? The women kept talking, ignoring my presence. Let's rudely interrupt them. I'm sorry, could I... The woman kept working without paying any attention to me. The woman kept talking, ignoring my presence. This is very weird, and maybe they're not actually players. I'm just gonna go. I'll buy any number of artifacts from loot boxes. Find me near the stands in High Rock. Fruity Betty. Oh?
Whew, so much work.
Ben Bow. The cowboy snapped his fingers against the brim of his hat. Howdy. Plenty of work? Plenty of bundles to stack. I'm taking a breather right now and it's back to work. Ask about his name. Ask for help with the investigation. Ask what he does here. Leave. Let's ask about his name. You have a curious name, Benbow. Everybody keeps asking me about that. The name's from Relium. That is, my name is Benjamin Bombadil, but everyone calls me Ben. Years ago, when I was making my Harvest Time character, I accepted the name Bo by accident before I managed to type it out properly. Back then, you couldn't pay for a name change, and in time, the name Ben Bo stuck. These days, even folk in Relium call me by it. Oh, I know that feeling. I have a bunch of people in my real life who call me Foxwine, too. Alright, gotta get back to work. If you want to talk, wait until I finish stacking this hay. I'll come back here for a bit, out of a breather then. Sleeves, have him wait. Scalpels, suggest waiting longer. Infotainer, ask for one more question. Offer assistance, or leave. Oh, one more question, Ben. We have this saying in the journalism business, just one more question. Hee hee. What about it, Ben? Fine, one more, but make it quick. Ask for help with the investigation? Can you help me with something? I'm gathering information on certain residents in High Rock.
Hey, you want to join the gang for the Pumpkin King raid?
Sure can. I don't know many people, but you hear all kinds of rumors. You know how it is. So who are you interested in? Oh, the one I have the least information on right now is the outlaw. Mind, though, if anyone asks, you didn't hear it from me. Just a passing wind whispered something in your ear, right? Ask about Leanne. Ask about the sheriff. Ask about the outlaw. Well, the outlaw is the one I have the least information on, so I would like to hear about the outlaw, please. What do you know about the outlaw? Unfortunately, nothing. It's some new player. Showed up a few days ago and got to high level in no time. Is he alone or running with a group? Don't know, don't care. It doesn't affect my game and I get to keep stacking my bundles. In peace, that is. Time to stack another bundle. You know what? Let's offer assistance. I could help you carry those bundles. Are you serious? You don't have anything else to do? I have to carry them myself or it might not count towards my achievement. Better not risk it. Well, I still offered. What are you doing to that cow, sir?
You have to level up more.
Okay, anything over here? There's the horse that gave me the ad. There's another horse. I think I already looked at this. Whoops! The good, the bad, and the ugly wanted for collecting loot boxes. Serious offers only. Random guy 26. Okay. Not going to go down the well right now. Oh wait, did I look at this one? Does anyone have a ticket to the Midnight Express for sale? Dr. Thaddeus, you are so desperate. Will rainbow tomato seeds from Spring Breeze be useful in a year? Should I toss them out? No dumb jokes. Farmer Klaus. Hey, you. I hear you're friends with the sheriff.
Please don't interrupt their work.
Howdy, Gamedec. So I've heard you're working for the sheriff. Good call. The law has to be respected. I understand that you're chasing an outlaw and you'd like to question my people. That's problematic. You'd take too much of their time. From what I heard, the outlaw is anxious to leave High Rock. You should take your detective skills to a different part of town. Well, good luck and good day to you. Is it just me, or was there like a big shiny effect right around here as that guy walked away? Okay, so maybe it isn't Dr. Thaddeus who's trying to get the ticket to the Midnight Express. Maybe it's the outlaw. Selling in-game time. I grow carrots and more. Liliana Lily. You won't talk to me. You will. Not now, when Ack isn't here. Oh, I have to get Ack away? I can't speak with you, all right? I have to do my day's work. Now that Dakota is out, we have to hustle even harder. God damn it. Okay, this one is still hacking. This field is strangely fallow. How do I get Ack to go away? Well, I'd already made up my mind about Leanne. I decided that she was a victim in this. I think I just got something about the outlaw. New character in the game. This character hasn't been in the game for long, but has already managed to reach a very high level. It's suspicious. The outlaw is hiding in Rusty Ed's guild house. The outlaw was doing some shady business with a player of such horrible repute that they were banned in harvest time. And interestingly, we have a pronoun here. She wants to leave High Rock. And professions... I am still a little bit short of Cracker. I guess the guild house is my next stop. Okay, I'm going to save before I set foot in there. Just to be certain. There's Leanne, who I don't really want to talk to yet. Is there anyone or anything else in here? There's the stairs. Nope, just the stairs and Leanne. Stairs it is. Hi? Hello? Upon seeing me, the girl tossed her book away and made a few hesitant steps towards the exit. She was frightened. Stay away! Get lost! Yeah. Talk about choosing the skin to present what you is. Alright, let's see. On this side we have intimidation and breaking. On this side we have conviction and trust. I'm me, so I kind of want to go to the right. Let's not, as we have a choice, I have a choice between moving closer and don't come any closer, and I'm going to choose don't come closer. I stopped. I didn't want to exacerbate the situation. She gave me an appraising look. The sheriff sent you, right? Admit that it's true, say nothing, convince her that he did not on sensory celebrity. Ooh, yes. Let's try that one. Sensory celebrity, do it. What? Of course not. He wanted something from me, so I nodded along to get him off my back. What an obnoxious man. The girl's face relaxed. That's good, but I'm still not talking to you. Say that you want to help, ask who she's working with, end the conversation. I want to help. Trust me, I'm here to help you. No, I don't believe you, except that I just unlocked conviction? Scalpel, gain her trust, convince her to talk, end the conversation. Oh boy, I could get Scalpel, but I don't really want to. Convince her. Give me a chance. I bear you no ill will. Let's just talk for a spell, and you'll see for yourself. Yeah, right. We'll see about that. Well, I'm working my way in the correct direction. I convinced her to listen to me. Now I had to get her to trust me. Convince her by being subtle. Ask for help with the investigation. Ask who she is in Relium. Convince her by being open. Leave. Let's be open with her. Listen, you know you're no match for the sheriff alone, right? The girl nodded in agreement, and wow, that got me a lot of progress. Convince her by being subtle. Express concern for her health. Offer sensory surgeon, offer medical assistance. What would I have seen? What would I have seen if I had the medical branch? Well, I definitely do not have the points to be a sensory surgeon. So I have to either be subtle or express concern for her health. Subtlety? Think about it. How would lying to you, framing you, serve my interests? If I'm here, giving you the time of day, my intentions must be good, right? Well, maybe. Sensory celebrity, brag about your connections. Convince her by being subtle. Show empathy. I don't think that bragging about my connections is going to get very far with this lady. Just a feeling I have. I could try subtlety again, or... Well, she responded really well to being straightforward, so let's try empathy. I know that life's not easy for you and your friends. That's why I don't intend to keep you from pursuing your dreams. I want to help. Whoa, that did it. But you don't want anything in return? You'd be the first person in my life who wanted to help me for free. Relations. The girl looked at me like a dog that used to be beaten, but decided to trust their new owner anyway. Ask about the sheriff. Ask who she's working with. Have her tell you about herself, or leave. Tell me about yourself. Can you tell me something about yourself? Not much to tell, although I did recently give my supervisors the slip. I'm just sorry I didn't get to see that asshole Axe face. My dream is to visit all in-game locations. There's a snag. I can't leave without a ticket for the Midnight Express. It arrives this evening. Ask about the sheriff, ask who she's working with, offer the outlaw the ticket, or leave. I don't have the ticket to offer her. Ask about the sheriff? Tell me, what do you know about the sheriff? He's a cunt, for one. He has a pair of goons, too. Ack, usually watching us at the farm, and Mad Dog, usually watching the sheriff's ass. Ask who she's working with, offer the outlaw the ticket. No, who are you working with? Who are you working with? Actually, no one. I'm alone. All alone. Really? You don't have any partners? I don't, I swear. Interesting. Very interesting. I got something off of that, I think. Chasing dreams. She defied her supervisors from the Orange Folk farm to visit other locations in this world. Okay. I don't think she's responsible for the problem of the Orange Folk, but I'm not so sure she's a victim either. So she might be a cheater. Offer her a ticket? I can get you a ticket for the Midnight Express. What do you think of that? What do you think? That's all I've ever dreamed of. Do it, please. All right. Well, I have a connection. 2 if you count Digi. Well, that was very helpful and informative and stuff, but it didn't move me very far forward. Maybe if I meet the other game deck in the graveyard. Maybe there's something that they can illuminate. Jumping down this well was certain death. I was sure to end up in the graveyard. I want to end up in the graveyard. Maybe the other route? Climb the ladder. Oh, you know what? I haven't talked to this guy since I got all my new info. What do you have to say, Mr. Birdwatcher?
Hi. Still no birds in the sky.
Ask about the orange folk, ask about the residents of High Rock, watch the birds, or leave. Ask about the residents? Could you tell me anything about the residents of High Rock, Professor? I'm asking about the other players, not the birds. Other players? They don't seem to be interested in birdies. What can I say? They're weirdos. Okay. Ask about the sheriff? What about the sheriff? Right, yes, the sheriff. They say he's the fastest gun around here. He may win all his duels, but no one is faster than a peregrine eagle. They reach 400 kilometers an hour during their hunting stoop. Now that is fast. Ask about the orange folk. Do you know anything about the so-called orange folk? Any information could help. Well, in that case, you're in the right place. I know almost everything there is to know about them. He is wearing an orange shirt. Really? I'm all ears then. Well, let's start with the robin, one of my favorite species with orange plumage. Oh, well, nope. All right, we're spinning down this diversion, apparently. They were introduced to the game with the European Immigrants update, which was quite a surprise for me. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I was talking about the farmers from the Orange Dream Guild. Oh, them. In that case, I can't help you. Watch the birds? Let's watch some birds, Professor. Still not a single bird in the sky. It's nice watching birdies in good company. More like watching the absence of birdies. Maybe someone could join us? We could exchange our observations. Well, that was somewhat unhelpful, although I possibly got something on the sheriff. I did. The sheriff is quick. The current sheriff hasn't been beaten, although many have tried. The popular opinion is that he's damn quick. Well, the sheriff's men. Act, the Orange Folk supervisor, and Mad Dog are the sheriff's most trusted men, though the latter rarely logs into the game. Talented Mr. Lebsky, the sheriff works as a manager for the Nanette Foundation under the pseudonym Mr. Lebsky. The sheriff is using a speed boost cheat. The sheriff has a great reputation among the residents of High Rock. He helps them with their problems. I'm starting to lean towards the sheriff being the perpetrator. Because I find it doubtful that the outlaw is. Leanne definitely isn't unless I'm really being led by the nose. Which I doubt. That just really leaves the sheriff. Walking the plank was a quick way to find yourself sleeping with the fishes. Maybe let's drop the metaphors. Why is it not letting me go to the graveyard? Okay, well, let's see if we can get the outlaw a ticket.
Time is money.
Dr. Oakley looked at me, then went back to reading stock market news. Well, he doesn't seem to be the source for the ticket.
Add me to your friends, partner.
Hey, Handy Joe, could you tell me how to get a ticket to the Midnight Express?
Yeehaw! Is that my favorite rancher?
Yep, it's my favorite rancher, all right.
Enjoying
that
the
word.
game?
Alright, ask about new players in High Rock, ask for directions, summon Poppy, ask about other game rules, or leave. Ask about new players. Can you show me the list of new players in High Rock? Your ambition shames me, cowgirl. Dozens of players enter every day. I could start listing their nicks, but that'd take... Alright, I get it. Narrow it down to premium players who started playing in the last 4 days. Now you're talking. Narrowing down. And voila, here's our result. 2 players. Foxwine and Outlaw. I dare say the former is you. That would be me, yes. Okay,
Add me to your friends, partner.
ask about game rules? Ask about premium membership, ask about duels, ask about guilds, what are loot boxes, premium membership.
Sunset duels are the best part of the game.
How do I get a premium account? Ah, someone's looking to go pro. A premium account carries a monthly subscription fee. I'll send you the form now. There you go. I saw a stylish form made to look like paper. I reminded myself that I was here to do a job, not to have fun. I spotted a few phrases hinting that it would be hard to get out of this subscription. I didn't want to get it unless I had to. Ask about duels. Joe, explain to me how duels work in this game. Harvest Time has hundreds of charming little towns like High Rock. Each one is governed by a sheriff. The lawman has special privileges. In order to take his gold star, you must challenge him to a duel and win. But be warned, cowgirl, our Sheriff Billy has lightning-quick reflexes. Many a daredevil tried besting him, and none prevailed. Well, I don't even have a gun, so, ask about guilds. Can you tell me how guilds work? Well, they're more like debate clubs for high-level players than places meant for any specific profession. To join a guild, you have to earn the trust of other players. I'm not going to ask about loot boxes, no. Directions? Ask where the guild house is, ask where the saloon is, ask about the bank, ask where the public farms are, ask about something else. Yeah, none of these are leading to a ticket. Summon Poppy. Can you summon Poppy for me? But of course. Hey, Poppy. Oh, hi, Poppy. Brave cowgirl, want to go to your ranch? Teleport to the farm? Don't teleport. Nope, no teleporting. No, thank you. I'll be waiting with anticipation for your arrival on your ranch. Okay, how does a girl get a ticket to the midnight train? How is that done?
All hail the Black Rook! Checkmate, motherfuckers!
Thank you, Black Rook. The banker's face still had that same dumb look. Withdraw money, summon Eleanor, leave. Withdraw money? Can I withdraw some money from you? You know, a loan, line of credit? I don't know how these things work in here. The bot responded in thundering voice. I'm out of fucking order. All hail the Black Rook. Checkmate, motherfuckers. It was a neat hack, the work of a pro. Hey, Eleanor. Hey, Eleanor, are you there? I guess she couldn't hear me. Well, let's go bother those
This
ladies who
game
are
is
talking
so
about the Tree of
addictive.
Knowing, I guess. Ladies? The woman kept talking, ignoring my presence. Stop the conversation. I'm sorry, could I... One of the women looked at me haughtily, sized me up, and made some gestures in the game's menu. I noticed a message in front of my eyes. Players Jira and Walla added you to their ignore lists. Have fun playing. Well, I got a point in dynamic out of that, but it didn't get me any information about the tree. It's interesting that Speak to the Outlaw is got an exclamation point on it right now. Twins, hi.
How are you doing?
All right. Howdy, howdy. Good to see you again. Share information about the tree. I heard the tree was here in harvest time. It sparked player interest. They're discussing what it means, what it was made for. Keep going. I'm getting all of this down. From what I know, the location where it appeared is now closed. It's a graveyard. Nice. This seems to confirm our theories. Now, tell us honestly, what do you think the tree is? Say the tree is inspiring. Admit you don't know. Say the tree serves someone's goals. I believe it serves someone's goals, so I'm going to choose that. Someone made it for a reason. There's no question about that. I don't think it's just for decoration. There's a secret behind it. You're a cool guy, you know. How can we repay you? Ask for help with the investigation. A future favor. Ask for coin. Investigation? Please? I'd love to learn all you know about the sheriff. So, the sheriff, he's like incredibly fast, you know? And we found out he's like using this cheat. A speed boost, they call it. Just don't tell anyone, please. It's our leverage against him. A safeguard in case our clan wants something from him in the future. And would you believe the sheriff answered 3142? Funny, huh? Maya scowled at her companion. And that's about it, right, sister? The twins are remarkably helpful. A little strange, but remarkably helpful. Alright. You. Oh, wait. First, let's save. Every time I make even the barest amount of progress, I save. Alright. Betty.
Hello again.
Buy some fruit, say the secret password, or leave. No, I came here to say the secret password to you. Show me your wares. Betty winked at me knowingly. I have a firearm for 5,000 coins. Interested? Thanks, but I can't afford it. Well, now I know how to get a gun. Alright, I'm gonna go.
Howdy.
Well, I could go to my farm and grind up 5,000 coins, which I don't want to. Jumping down this well was certain death. I was sure to end up in the graveyard. I want to end up in the graveyard. How am I supposed to get there? Okay, we're at the point where I'm going to have to figure out how to see my quest list. So let's try some letters. J? No. L? No. Whoop. It's not in deduction. Okay, identify who's I have an unfold, but I don't have an actual quest log. Okay, so identify who's responsible for the orange folk problems, decide who the outlaw, the sheriff, and Leanne are. Do the job for Leanne, collect intel on the sheriff, and get back to the guild house and speak to her. Meet the game deck in the graveyard, collect clues, and... Okay, so I'm going to have to finish deducing before I can go there, I think. And I have to give the outlaw a ticket for the Midnight Express. But I don't know how to get a ticket for the Midnight Express, so let's go talk to Leanne.
Oh, it's you.
Leanne was absorbed in a book. At least she seemed to be. The woman slowly looked up at me. Oh, it's you. Report what you discovered about the sheriff. Sleeves extort coin from her. Ask what she knows about the outlaw. Leave. Ask what she knows about the outlaw. Have you heard anything about a player called the Outlaw? That girl upstairs? I don't know her. I think she's new. She's strange. She just sits there and reads books. Have you seen her talk to anyone? Besides you? No. Nobody came to see her. Okay. Report what I've discovered about the sheriff. About the sheriff. Say you're still gathering information. Lie, he's an outranger. Lie, he's a doctor. Infotainer. Lie, he's an infotainer. Or he works for a foundation. Now, I've already decided that Leanne is not responsible in this, so I'm going to tell her the truth. He works for a foundation. Yours, in fact. He works for Nanette's foundation under the pseudonym Mr. Lebsky. He runs Nanette's Gardens, an activation program for poor kids. The woman's eyes and mouth went wide. For a good while, she seemed to have trouble catching her breath. But how? I'm Nanette. I'm the head of the foundation. I had no idea Mr. Lebsky was the sheriff. He never said a word. my, my, my. My, my, my. Now, here's the things that I know. The orange folk are all from the poorest levels of the society that exists in this cyberpunk future. That's one thing that I know. They're being exploited. They're being fed performance drugs, and they are being given hacks to use in the game. This is something I know. I know that this Nanette's Foundation works with extremely poor orphans. I know that the sheriff is working with the guy who's supervising these orange folk and has a bodyguard that rarely logs in. But the sheriff is working with the orange folk thing. From talking to the orange folk, I would surmise that they are fairly young. They seem to be having some real teenage issues, and a bunch of them are talking about a girl who ran away with a bunch of their equipment, and I bet I know where to find her brain, if not her body, and that's directly upstairs from where I'm standing right now. So that points even harder at the sheriff being the cause of the problem here. Because it sounds like he's taking orphans from Nanette's organization and employing them in what is going on here in this game. That's what it sounds like. Okay, so that's all the stuff that I surmise based on the information that I have been gathering here. Back to the actual game. Ask if she knows anything about the Orange Folk. Inquire about Mr. Lebsky. Ask what she does in the game. Inquire about Mr. Lebsky. Tell me everything you know about Mr. Lebsky. I've never seen him in person. We met in the game. He offered to help me with Nanette's gardens, and we struck a deal through Viper. The program was a burden on our budget. Mr. Lebsky came up with the idea to auction items from loot boxes that spawn when you grow pumpkins. I actually can't say a bad word about him. He made the gardens self-sufficient. The kids from the program have decent equipment, supplies, supervisors, although I have to say I'm not sure about anything anymore. Oh boy. Oh, it's a half step worse than I thought it was. Oh boy. Thank you for your help. Do you have any other questions? If not, I'll be going back to the Foundation. What do you know about the Orange Folk? What do you know about the Orange Folk? Nothing except the fact they work on public farms and everyone thinks they're weirdos. But how is that connected to the case? Oh, now I understand. If Mr. Lebsky is the sheriff, then these people might be my kids from Nanette's Gardens. Oh my god! Thank you for your help. Do you have any other questions? If not, I'll be going back to the Foundation. Well, she's already answered this question, but we're just going to cover every single last base. What do you do in the game, Leanne? Tell me the truth. What do you really do in harvest time? Nothing wrong. I'm looking for a sponsor that could support my foundation. I need money. You see, I'm running a children's cancer hospital. About the sheriff, well, he seemed rich. That's why he caught my attention. Thank you for your help. I have to go back to the Foundation now. Goodbye. Zoop! Okay. I believe that probably ended up filling out everything on the sheriff. No, we're still missing one. Did it fill out anything else more on the outlaw? No. Well, that was interesting. Now, how does a lady get a ticket to the Midnight Express? Wait a minute. Oh boy. Please don't send me another ad, Jolly Jumper. Or offer me a card. The animal's eyes were shut, and there was a small note floating above it. Charger, regenerative slumber. Please do not wake. I saw horses in a zoo once. I remembered they lay down to sleep. Horses don't sleep standing up. They take naps, but remain alert. A page with encyclopedic entry on horses in this game fluttered in the air. As soon as I read it, it was gone. Yep. Okay,
Sunset
one
views
moment.
is the best part of the game.
That was an incredible amount of progress, so I'm going to save it. Ben!
I'll get this achievement one day.
Ben smiled when he saw me. Howdy! Ask about Leanne, ask about the sheriff, ask what he does here. What do you do here, Ben? What is it that you do for work? It has something to do with bundles, but... I stack bundles at a designated spot. I'm going to stack them into a pyramid. I want to get the Great Pyramid of Bundles achievement. No one's got it yet. It's supposed to be impossible. I have to see for myself. Well, break's over.
I need to log out, but there is so much to do.
Darn it, I'm gonna have to come back on his next break. Alright, suggest resting longer or have him wait, or... Alright. I won't bother you, Ben. Have a nice day. Howdy is for hello, not goodbye. Now, how do I get Ack to leave? Unless Ack has left. The farmer kept working without paying any attention to me. No, he's still here. I just didn't see him. Ack! Buddy! Dude! No, Ack won't talk to me either. Well, that's just terrible.
Don't be shy. Stay on my field.
Oh, please stay. Maybe I'll get lucky again if you're here. Watch him? I stood and watched him work. Look at that, another treasure. This time it's the Great Anxiety Chief's headdress. Oh, there's a treasure chest. Let's see what's inside. Oh man, it's a carmine two-fold draped mantilla with a 5-star renown bonus during the Farmer Fiesta. If I do this a few times, will he finally talk to me? Come on. Another box, and inside, the Great Anxiety Chief's headdress. One more. I could work with you all day. Another treasure chest, and in it, the Gravedigger's sturdy shovel with the accelerated parsley cultivation bonus. One more. Man, you really do bring me luck. My treasure is an untainted coyote carcass with a 1-week decay time, ornamented. Okay, thanks, Guy. Bye, Guy. Okay, I'm gonna try speed hacks. Hi, Jack. The man was stooped over some plants like Rodin's thinker, and like the sculpture, he was motionless. Alright, monitor the source code. I open the preview of his source code. Get Jack's data preview, continue the binary chat, log out Jack, and continue the binary chat. Is there anything new you can give me, Jack? I resumed the conversation in binary mode. And nothing. Alright, and data preview. Once again, I looked at the accelerated pumpkin growth. The deck still wasn't able to show what it looked like for him. Perhaps it assumed that if it showed that from Jack's point of view, the pumpkin growth was normal, then I wouldn't get it? The acceleration was only visible when there was another player around and Jack could see how slowly they were moving. Alright, and I'm not going to force log him out. How do I get a ticket? Ugh. Can Poppy tell me? Oh, please. Please let it not be Poppy. Hey, Poppy.
Can I help you, partner?
Develop your farm, spruce up your farm, leave. Spruce up? I'd like to spruce up my farm. Cat, 50 coins. Gardening tools, 100 coins. Nope, that's not it. Develop? I'd like to develop my farm. If you want the full bovine experience, get a premium account. Say it's a scam? Develop your farm, ask about the premium accounts. Say it's a scam. It's a scam, Poppy. I gathered 1,000 gold coins and I want to get what's mine. How do you buy a premium account? I'm glad you asked, cowgirl. Let her finish or stop her? Nope, stop. No, I didn't ask. Would you really pass up the chance to become a real farmer? Yes, no, yes. Yes. Are you sure? Right now you can get 50% off your first month. Yes, I'm fucking sure. Can I get a word I won't say? Tell her to fuck off, say the word. Fuck off, Poppy. Right on. Thanks for nothing, Poppy. There's gotta be... How do I get a ticket? I hope it's not by signing up for the premium account, because I don't wanna. I also don't want to grind for 5,000 coins. Leave the farm. Well, I don't seem to be able to get those last pieces of information about the sheriff or the outlaw, so I guess I'm just gonna have to deduce without it. This spot seems nice. Hardly anybody walks around here. Alright. Save. Just in case. Alright, into the deductions. The outlaw, I'm pretty sure, is that girl that the other orange folk keep bringing up who ran away. She's not a victim, no. I want to say cheater on her. Because perpetrator definitely is not it, and victim just doesn't seem to fit. So yeah, I'm gonna go with cheater for the outlaw. And the sheriff. The sheriff, after that conversation with Leanne, the sheriff is the perp. The sheriff is responsible for the problems of the orange folk. In situations like this, there's usually only one person pulling the strings, and that person is probably the local lawman. Those poor orphans. And that brings us through to the culprit. Who is responsible for the Orange Folks issue? The sheriff is a suspect. Okay, so the things we have are sheriff, the outlaw, Leanne, and somebody else. What we have so far is the sheriff is a suspect. I think the main problem in the case is the sheriff. The outlaw is a suspect. All leads suggest the outlaw is responsible for the problems in harvest time. No, they don't, actually. Leanne. A lot of clues suggest that Leanne is the central figure responsible for the problems in harvest time. And Leanne is not a suspect because I believe she's not guilty. So now that I have gotten this far, can I meet the game deck in the graveyard? I cannot. This is probably not going to work either, but I owe it to myself to try and find out. Sleep with the fishes, except maybe let's drop the metaphors. Nope. Okay. So I need to make a choice. That's apparently what I need to do. Alright. I can choose the sheriff. It seems the sheriff is responsible for all that jazz. He's controlling, ingratiating, and suspiciously popular. The outlaw. The clues and shady connections point to the outlaw. Who would hide if they weren't guilty? Leanne. It's Leanne. People do anything when they're desperate for money. No matter how she did it, she caused a lot of trouble. Or somebody else. It's possible that the person responsible for the problems of the Orange Folk is somebody I haven't considered yet. The question is, has deducing as far as I have unlocked anything dialogue-wise around here?
Do you have anything
Professor?
for me?
Nope. I didn't think so, but I had to try while I was up here. Climbing down the ladder. You know what? Let's take the direct approach. Will Ack talk to me? Ack! Ack! Where are you, Ack? No, he will not. Farmer kept working without paying attention to me. Doesn't talk. Guy just wants me to watch him do his lucky finds.
Sunset duels are the best part of the game.
Fruity
It's good
Hilda,
to see you.
good morning. It's good to see you. Bye. Enjoy the game. Yeah, I'm trying.
The weather's
Time
perfect. Just
is
like every
money.
other day.
Demand money. This no, that just. I need a ticket. Just asking for money is not going to get me the ticket.
Greetings, friend.
Well, I guess I have no choice but to deduce further. It's definitely the sheriff. All signs point to the sheriff. All right. Well, what did that get me? Decision time. And a complete lack of data. Okay. There was a mysterious Gamedec waiting for me in the graveyard. I needed to pay him a visit. Okay. I've made my choices. And apparently that's unlocked the graveyard? Jumping down this well was certain death. I was sure to end up in the graveyard. Yes, that's where I'm trying to go. That's where I've been trying to go almost all night. This was my third visit to the graveyard. I hoped the information the mysterious Gamedec had for me would be worth it. Down we go! It was the third time already. Yes, I know, it was just mentioned. Oh wow, they're right here. Alright, Ghost, what do you got for me?
Welcome, Gamedec.
Hi, do I need to perform a ritual or exorcism to make you reveal yourself? Right, let me exit Guardian Angel mode. Wait, how do I do that? I think it's here?
Hello, I am Kenzu.
We met in Twisted and Perverted. I was conducting my first case there. Ken, you look different. You look very different. Right, we met. I remember you were chasing some crooks. Move on to your case, talk about Ken's case, ask what he's doing in harvest time. What about your case, Ken? Tell me more about your investigation, Ken. Did you manage to find the cheaters that spoiled your game? Online, yes, but you know, Chief, it's not the same as catching someone in Relium. That is true. I tried to use this program, Investigator, but it's not easy, so I followed them around and tried to find out where they live or drink. And so, step by step, program by program, deduction by deduction, I've become a Gamedec. Congratulate him on the career change, bring Ken down to earth, move on to your case, ask what he's doing in harvest time. Congratulate him on the career change, of course. Wise men say the only constant is change. Goodabads is a cool game, but very demanding. A Gamedec's profession is less stressful. That's right, I just missed the money. Move on to your case, ask what he's doing in harvest time. Well, obviously, what are you doing in harvest time, Ken? What are you doing here anyway? Following the cheaters? Yes and no. Remember those chicks in TNP, Nike's Code members? I took notice because they were talking about the Tree of Knowing. They're here now, and they're asking around about it. It's important. I've met the local sheriff too, and I'm sure he cheats, and I hate cheaters. So I laid low, hidden, and started snooping around. Then you showed up, so I thought we might join forces. Move on to your case, ask about the Guardian Angel, ask about the tree, ask about the Native American skin. Ask about the tree. You mentioned the Tree of Knowing and said it was important. Why? Do you know something about it? Chief, when the trolls took me down during the game, I caught a glimpse of the tree. Like the very air had been breached. I'm sure it wasn't a coincidence. I don't know what that shit was, but it must be connected to what they did to me. I overheard those girls say it appeared in many places. Alright, move on to the case. You said you had some information concerning my case. Yes, I think there's something fishy going on. Yes, that's why I'm here. Some Scottish man, hello, welcome back. Welcome back from the dead, in fact. The orange folk use a cheat that helps them get loot boxes. Suggest illegal boosts. Listen. Explain that it's a speed boost. You know what? Listen. Go on. The sheriff, that Billy guy, uses a similar cheat to win duels. Concur with his theory. Ask if he's got proof. Disagree with Ken's hypothesis. No, I concur. I concur with this theory. I agree. It makes sense. Sadly, I don't have any substantial evidence. I'd like to get some. I think the sheriff controls the work done by the orange folks somehow. That Ack guy and Mad Dog are involved in it. It's some kind of slavery, Chief. Agree with Ken or deny? No, I agree. And I mean, this is a guy who crashed a car into a movie theater. He crashed a car into a theater to save me. I like him. I want him to continue liking me. He saved my ass. So, I'm going to agree with him, not just because I actually agree with him, but also because I want him to continue to be my friend. What you're saying makes sense. I saw that you closed a deal with Billy, and now you're obligated to do the job for him, but maybe it's a good idea to get him in Relium, find out who he really is. Deduction, get the sheriff. Deduction, get the outlaw. Hey, I thought I made this deduction. Decision time. Now what? Stop that. Whose side should I take? Get the outlaw. The outlaw is responsible for the orange folks' problems. I have to catch that player and I have a serious conversation with them. Or get the sheriff. The sheriff's made himself the Lord of High Rock, forgetting he's in a game. The orange folks' problems are his doing. Somebody ought to shove that gold star down his throat. Well, it's a bit stronger than I was feeling, but, get the sheriff. The end. The end? The end. Get that sheriff. Yes, we need to get him. Fucking some. Oh, you're a great game deck, Ken. I've got the investigator. The that program tracks people down in Relium. You just need to get in physical contact with the avatar of the person you're looking for and hold them for a while. I know, I've tried. There's a problem. Assure him you can do it, or let him explain. Oh wait, no, let him explain. What kind of problem? It's like a thin layer of digital air between your hand and another avatar. Maybe that's why it's easier to cheat with a speed boost here? I've searched the code, and it seems that that barrier caused the birds to vanish. I mean, they're there, but can't be seen. It's that layer of air. I think there's a safeguard against the app. Whether it was done upon player request or of their own accord, you just can't touch anyone here. So you can't run the investigator by just touching someone. I thought it over, and I've got an idea. Listen to Ken's suggestion or suggest a solution? No, I'm interested. He's going places. Let's listen to his suggestion. Do tell. Can you hook up the investigator to a bullet and then shoot someone? The bullet would get inside the avatar and stay there long enough. You're thinking like a game deck, Ken. That's exactly what I was thinking. Ken handed me his weapon. Oh my goodness, I just got a gun for free. Here, you'll need it. I took a bullet from the gun cylinder. I opened the investigator window and linked the program to the bullet and my avatar. Done. Damn, Chief, watching you work sure is something. Now you need to challenge the sheriff to a sunset duel and shoot that douche. It's getting dark. We should go. I'll assist you as an invisible protective spirit. You can thank me later. I assume I have no say in this? You'll follow me whether I want it or not. I'm involved in this as well. I'm involved in this as hell. Sorry. I want to know how it ends. Maybe I can learn something. Maybe I can help. Have him keep his distance. Have him stay close. You know what? Stay close, Ken. Stay close. I might need an invisible helping hand. Stay close. Great. Lead the way, Chief. Okay. I still need to get the outlaw that ticket somehow. Although I suppose as sheriff I could just, you know, make her one. Oh boy, okay, so I've got to shoot the sheriff at sunset. That's what I've got to do. So I've got to shoot a man who uses speed hacks. That's, people used to carve names and the dates of birth and death in stone. Now we have holographic tombstones. I could search the grave if I was a cheater, but I'm not. I can't even be a cracker yet. I want to be a cracker. But yeah, to be a cheater, I'd have to go up the sleeves tree, and I am very disinterested in doing that at this time. Okay, so how do I leave this place again? Is it out the way I came? Maybe? Oh yeah, that looks like it. I looked at Ken. He nodded. He was ready. I'm not sure if I'm ready, but let's go! I already read this one at the beginning of this stream, so I will leave it be. Into the game.
Don't be shy. Stay on my field.
Ms. Gamedec, quick! They're hanging Stanley! Ask who's hanging Stanley. Have him take you there. Ask where the Who? Who's hanging him? The sheriff and his men. Ack and somebody else. I don't recall Harvest Time having a hanging mechanic. Sounds a bustling crowd were coming from the saloon. Let's hurry up. Explain that it's just a game. Inquire about what happened. Have him take you there. What happened? What do you mean hanging? What happened? The sheriff got pissed about something, but I don't know what. He summoned the people and riled them up. They even have gallows. The noises of the crowd subsided, with only occasional shouts of, "Get him to the scaffold!" Guy kept glancing nervously at the square in front of the saloon. It's starting. Ask Ken for advice, explain that it's just a game, have him take you there. I don't think Ken is much help here. Take me to him. Lead the way, Guy. Follow me! I didn't actually see that dialogue. Oh boy.
Ranchers, witness a triumph of law.
Oh boy. There's no place for scammers or scoundrels in High Rock. What is going on here? Yes, it's just a game, but most players take this world seriously. It's a home, a place of respite, meditation, and honest work. Is this how you ban people in this game? And this person committed fraud. Lots of fraud. The truth about him will soon see the light of day. We are ever closer to the truth. Mad Dog, Ack, you know what to do with him. We have to do something, Chief. Stanley's your client, isn't he? Stop the lynching, challenge the sheriff to a duel, watch the lynching, have Ken log Stanley out. Ooh. Duel me? Duel me. I challenge you to a duel. That's how you say it, right? The game's system sent a message to the players. A duel was about to begin. Can't hang while the dueling's happening. Look, we've got ourselves a daredevil. I'll put my bullet in you with pleasure. No one's ever beaten me, and you won't either. I can't read all of these dialogue things aloud. They're just popping too fast. Sorry. The presence of the orange folk gave me comfort. I'm sure all my predecessor has fired the first shot. That's why they lost. The sheriff is using speed hacks, some Scottish man. That's how he's been the sheriff for so long. In this game, you stay sheriff until you are beaten at a sunset duel. So, this guy's remained sheriff for a really long time because he's using speed hacks, so he always wins the sunset duels. Always. Alright, so shoot the sheriff, move your hand to the holster, make eye contact with Ken, sensory celebrity, gain the crowd's sympathy, restrain your movement. There's a hint in the dialogue here. I'm sure all my predecessors had fired the first shot. That's why they lost. Actually, one moment in this timeless time, what just came up in the codex? Opening prestige. Howdy, rancher. A farmer's prestige is determined by multiple factors and nuances, including the question, who opens the chests? If you do it yourself, that means you work on a public farm. You don't have your own piece of land or a premium account. That's nothing to be ashamed of, but remember, any genuine rancher has their chests opened for them by an assistant. Use a trial account or buy the premium package. Bask in prestige and respect. That word! What is this? How to make money or paying the RMAH. If you don't know how to make money off the free-to-play crap, there is only one right answer, the RMAH, the Real Money Auction House. No premium account needed, by the way. Freemium will do just fine. Let's use Harvest Time as an example. It's a shitty game no matter how you slice it, but a player who knows what they're doing can turn it into a gold mine, literally. HT has you digging for buried chests, which used to be called treasures. Years ago, this game had some ambition, seriously. There are items in these chests. Sometimes they suck, sometimes they're cool, and very rarely they're amazing. It all depends on the RNG, random number generator, an algorithm that determines what you dig up. You can either keep these artifacts for yourself if you're a sucker, or trade them if you're sharp. How? By relying solely on the auction system. Why only in this way? First, no one will get on your ass about it because it's legal. Half the profits from every transaction go to the game's developer and the state as tax. That's one thing. And the second reason, zero stress. That's also important, especially when you're eyeing several deals. The less noise you make, the further you'll get, as they say in Mother Russia. Over there, millions of players trade billions of items. You're practically untraceable in this crowd, especially if you use a pseudonym. You don't have to worry about income tax because the RMAH takes care of it for you. Money is transferred to your account and you don't have to give a flying fuck about the rest. I must be stupid to be peddling this kind of knowledge for free, but fuck it, I'm feeling generous. Commander Tarkin. Blog, The Games of My Life. And in-game duels. Many games incorporate a duel mechanic. You know, like in a Western, you and your opponent face off against each other, and whoever is first to draw, aim well, and shoot is the winner. Well, I've got a handful of tips on what you should be doing to come out on top. The first fundamental thing is obviously your aiming skill, but that tends to be relatively straightforward in games. Anyone who's played a few matches of any shooter knows how to make the foresight align with the backsight and the purpose of various sight types. What you don't know comes down to our neural responses. It's a fascinating thing with research dating back to the 20th century. In experiments conducted at the time, researchers discovered that the neural speed of the person drawing first is lower than that of the person drawing in response to their opponent's move. See what I'm getting at? Reaction is faster than action. Now, as far as real-life situations go, as in those involving a real body with its inertia, weight of the weapon in hand, etc., it turned out that reaction speed being faster didn't translate to victory, as too much time was lost in trying to spot when the opponent reached for the gun. We're talking fractions of a second here, mind you, but wait for it, things are different in games! In sensory worlds, digital bodies usually offer no resistance. Weapons are much lighter, and our brains react more efficiently when they don't have to look out for the well-being of our corporeal bulk, which, let's be honest here, is nothing but a burden. To be more succinct, in games, the neural speed of the person reacting to an attack is much higher than that of the attacker, a fact that produces tangible results. My advice then is as follows. If you want to win a duel, don't rush to attack, especially if you see that your opponent is calm. Consider my advice and trust your neurons. They'll do their job. Gamedec, blog, A.J. Wilkins. Okay. Useful. Slightly less useful in that I still don't have the points to get what I want. Okay, so move my hand to the holster or restrain my movement. Move my hand to the holster. I moved my hand closer to the handle of the gun. The sheriff adjusted his hat and widened his stance. Maybe he's not cheating, but actually skill. Unlikely, due to other information that I have gathered in the game, but he's probably also relying on some skill. I was breathing calmly. Everything was under control. Shoot the sheriff, prepare to shoot, make eye contact with Ken, restrain your movement, sensory surgeon, look for a weakness. Obviously not shoot the sheriff. Prepare. I placed my hand on the handle of the revolver. He stood motionless, a jaded expression on his face. He looked as if the duel was a mere formality to him. This shot could decide the success of the entire plan. I started feeling anxious. Okay, let's see here. Shoot the sheriff, make eye contact with Ken, watch the sheriff's shadow, programmer, prepare the lag attack, wait for the sheriff's move. I'm going to wait for the sheriff's move. I waited. The tension was rising. The sheriff slowly lifted the edge of his coat to reveal a holstered revolver. The stress intensified. I felt how hard my heart was beating. Shoot the sheriff, watch the sheriff's shadow, make eye contact with Ken. Watch the sheriff's shadow. I focused on my opponent's shadow. It mimicked his silhouette, revealing elements not visible from my angle. I didn't notice anything special. Looking me straight in the eye, the man slowly shifted the weight of his body to his other leg. Sweat was running down my forehead. My heart was pounding so hard it made my chest shudder. The tension was unbearable. Shoot the sheriff, look at the tombstones, make eye contact with Ken, cheater, examine the sheriff's movements. Make eye contact with Ken. I needed the element of surprise. Ken was known to have good ideas. I nodded slightly in his direction. Ken approached the sheriff and waited for my signal. He was wearing an invisible skin, so the sheriff didn't see him. Like a cat bored of toying with its victim, he moved his hand closer to the holster. I couldn't control my nerves any longer. I drew my gun. I didn't even notice him draw. He was inhumanly fast. Past choices. As I fell, I fired a shot in his direction. The sheriff looked at the wound and logged out momentarily. I was hoping that the investigator managed to get a read on his location.
Welcome, Gamedec.
Okay. I definitely lost. But I did get the bullet into him. Ken gave a thumbs up. The investigator's in. We'll find the sheriff even if he logged out of the game. That was quite a tumble you took there, Ms. Gamedec. Past choices. Thank you for saving my dignity. I nodded and winked at Ken. It was a team effort. Ken nodded at me and opened a deck window visible to both of us. Let's see if the investigator attached to the bullet did its job. Yeah, I'm gonna have to admit I did not actually expect to defeat the sheriff. I mean, I was not using any cheats or hacks or anything, and I was up against someone that I know is using speed hacks. So just tracking him in Relium that's what I want. This is a game within the game that I am playing, so the results of my playing the game are not as important as getting the results for the investigation that I am attempting to what would be the right way of putting it? Complete? Perform? The investigation I'm attempting to perform. Let's go with that one. Alright, let's see if the investigator attached to the bullet did its job. I looked at the report. The progress bar had stopped at 100%. There was an address below it. It's one of the mushrooms. Living quarters for the builders of Warsaw City. It's below the low city level. What a trip! He's probably getting up from the couch now. If he's figured out we tracked him down, he'll bolt. We gotta go. Want me to pick you up? Suggest meeting at the location? Confirm. Oh, this is a difficult one. Will he get away if I have Ken come get me? Yeah, come pick me up, Ken. Yeah, I'll be waiting at the apartment. As you wish, partner. See you there. Ms. Gamedec, I still want to talk about something important. Ask how he's feeling, ask what he wants to talk about the job, talk about the sheriff. I'm in a hurry. What do you want to talk about? Sure, what's on your mind? The boy froze. He was standing motionless and staring vacantly into the distance. The orange folk started disappearing one by one. Oh boy, oh boy. The sheriff's pulling the plug. Oh boy. Kid, no, leave me alone. Leave. All members of the orange folk had left the game. I needed to do the same. I opened the logout window. Partner, leaving already? Don't you want to visit your farm before you go? Poppy, no. Poppy, down. Poppy, bad girl, bad. It was probably the last chance to see this place. I don't have time for this. Don't teleport. Teleport to the farm or don't teleport. If I teleport to the farm, she's going to get me stuck in some loop and I'm going to miss the sheriff. Don't teleport. Nah, Poppy, I've got more important things on my mind. I'm going back to reality. I'll be seeing you then. Come back around sometime. I clicked the logout icon. It was time to visit the sheriff in his lair. And back to the real world with me. The communicators of the late 22nd century ensure visual, auditory, thermal, and olfactory contact. This conglomerate of sensual modalities is called sensory connection or sensing. A computer user connecting to a user of the same device has access to 4 sensory representations but does not have to use them. Users often turn off the olfactory and thermal channels. Owners of newer Walktels have access to optical, auditory, and limited olfactory channels, just like Omnic owners. The owners of the newest Temple Obicoins can take advantage of the amazing quality of all channels, as Obicoins send sensations directly to the interpretive areas of the brain. This makes them better than computers. Multisensory Dictionary, 33rd edition. Low City. I hadn't been so close to the Undercity in a long time. The smell of rotting plants, smoke from bonfires made by those living in the ruins. The volatile smell of fumes from machines clearing old Warsaw. All were trying to penetrate the veil of oblivion to bring back my childhood. Ken came to pick me up with his newmobile. We went to the Mushroom, one of the places where polis builders had lived a century ago. On the way, Ken talked a mile a minute. He was excited like a fan during a game. We touched down on a narrow parking lot by the door of the place indicated by the investigator. This is the moment, right, Chief? We'll get the bad guys and kick their asses. I certainly hope so, Ken. I knew being a Gamedec would be more thrilling than Goodabads. Fuck, I feel like a real detective. But you're the one with experience, Chief. Lead the way. We go in with guns blazing, right? Teach him caution. Go in with guns blazing. Nope, teach him caution. Caution, Ken. You're so young. Not with guns blazing, Ken. We don't know what's inside or how strong the door is. If it's reinforced, all we will do is alert... You're right, cautiously, with some guns blazing. I go in. You cover me. Before I could answer, he threw himself against the door. He was strong. He hit it with so much force, he smashed the lock to pieces. Charming place. Get him! I will note for the record, Ken, there's no to get. Possibly my choices delayed us for long enough that he's long gone, but we'll find out. Wait a minute. Camellia? Poor thing's terrified.
Please, don't come any closer.
You found us. Amazing. Oh dear. Oh no, it really was the children. Ask who she is, ask where the other children are, ask where the sheriff is, leave. Ask where the other children are. It's awfully empty here. No one's using the couches, or the beds for that matter. Where are the other children? Kid told everyone to log out. He was livid, so some kids hid and are waiting for it to pass. They'll come out when they're no longer afraid. Alright, which one are you? Which one are you, Camellia? Who are you, by the way? My name's Camellia. In the game, I was known as the Outlaw. It's good we managed to work things out. You've managed to get here. I feel silly for not entirely believing in you. Ask about her escape in harvest time. Ask where the sheriff is. How did you escape? In harvest time, you were the only person who stood up to the sheriff. You tried to run. That took guts. Respect. I was terrified, but I so wanted to see what was in harvest time outside our town. They show off these amazing things in each update, and when Kid wouldn't let us, will I be allowed to see all of harvest time now? Oh dear. Give an evasive response or say yes. I don't know. I don't want to give an evasive response. But I might be lying to her if I say yes. I don't really want to lie to a kid who's being exploited in this way. The sheriff was exploiting a group of orphan children, some of whom may or may not have cancer. Actually, most of whom probably have cancer, to make money in this online game that I was in before, in Harvest Time. He was exploiting these children, poor orphan children with cancer, to make money in a free-to-play game. That's the kind of person that I am hunting down right now. I don't want to lie to a child with cancer. I'm going to have to be evasive because if I say yes, it might be a lie. I'm so sorry, Camellia. I'm not sure what's in store for you guys, but it's bound to get better. She gave me an uncertain look. Alright, where is he? Yes, exactly, some Scottish man. This game makes me make very hard decisions. Very, very hard decisions indeed. Alright, where is the scumbag? Where's Sheriff Billy? We call him Kid. He's in the office upstairs. I saw him deleting some stuff from his computer. Of course he did. That means he hasn't escaped. Perfect. We'll enter his office, guns blazing. Ken, no, Ken, why, Ken? I have to take care of some things. Please be careful with Kid. The sheriff. Don't trust him. I have absolutely no intention of trusting him. Absolutely none whatsoever. What is this now?
Hey boss, that Gamedec is here.
Kids, take cover. We've got a bum invasion on our hands. The guy bit the tip of his tongue. He was in the mood for a brawl. An electronic knuckle duster flashed on his clenched fist. Look, Doug, it's that Gamedec from Harvest Time I told you about. Kid was right. They did track her down. The fuck you want? Calm them down. Let Ken answer. Brain fixer, intimidate them. Re-educator, dominate and arrest. I don't think I have the points for either of those. Let's double check. Mindfluencer, no. Vox Populi, no. Brain fixer, no. I definitely can't go there. Gangway, re-educator, I doubt I have the points to get there. Let's find out. 1, 1, 1, 2, yes. 1, 1, 3, yes, but that would use up all of my puzzle pieces, which means I would not have one to go to re-educator. So, nope. Nope, I'm not going to be using either of the specials because I can't get there. Letting Ken answer is probably the worst possible idea. So let's go for calm. Calmness. Breathing. Everybody in, out, in, out. Gentlemen, calm down. We only want the kids and the sheriff. You still have all your teeth and unbroken noses, so let's keep it that way. You're free to leave. First, you charge in here, breaking down the door, and now it's all fucking calm down? Every action causes a reaction. Ken winked at me. He was ready to attack. Keep everyone from fighting. Attack together with Ken. Oh no. I don't really want this to turn into a brawl. I'm sure Ken has a lot of enthusiasm, but I don't know how much real-world experience he actually has. He's big in the online gaming sphere. He was an esports athlete, but that does not actually translate to the ability to punch people in real life. Yes, I know he can drive. And I also know that he just broke down a door in sheer puppy-like enthusiasm. But that still doesn't mean that he knows how to throw a punch. Keep everyone from fighting. Attack together with Ken. No fighting! No fighting, please! Brawling is not my thing. I believed a peaceful solution was possible. Listen. That man just punched me in my face. I felt like the goon had hit me with a hammer instead of a fist. Luckily, Ken didn't share my pacifist approach. I pay good-a-bads. I'll rip a bloody Hammerfield ribbon from your ass. You know what that is? The goon blinked and started to retreat. He didn't make it. Hey, it's Ack. This is what you get for being a butthole to me, Ack. That was... Why, Ken? You okay, Chief? Change the subject. Admit defeat. Okay, I tried to go for a peaceful solution. I failed miserably. I'll admit defeat. Thanks. He would have done me in if it weren't for you. I misjudged the situation. He beamed with pride. Don't mention it. You're the brain of this team, so that makes me the brawn. Now, let's find the sheriff. Those men were going to get punched either way. Tom. He was the only kid that didn't get scared. He seemed overly excited. Ms. Gamedec! Oh, wow! I've never seen anything like that. Only games have those wham-bam animations. It didn't quite work out for you, huh? But the other guy did all right. Good thing you brought someone strong with you, like we brought you. Interrupt him, let him talk. No, let him talk. I'm curious to see if this is actually the sheriff trying to sneak out. You have to go up. He's upstairs. Oh, I'm Stanley, by the way. I mean Tom. I forgot to tell you. I was afraid, but you did fine. You can handle Kid, too. You showed them. We knew that you must be good with all those likes under your profile and that you'd find us. Interrupt him, let him speak freely. No, this is a tricky one. As we speak, the sheriff is deleting files. That's the thing. Let him speak. I heard his jaw crunch when he got hit. And yesterday we had no dinner and they laughed. Well, who's laughing now? Because the investigation had to lead you here. I knew it. Okay, he's just gonna keep going. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm gonna have to interrupt you. Wait, I wanted to... He wouldn't listen. He was too excited. And I knew I didn't have to say anything because you'd figure it all out. I mean, you can tell who's bad and who's good here. They were dirty and hunched over like any villain in a game. If someone looks like that, you know they're bad. I knew you'd figure it out. I'm not going to yell at him. He probably has cancer. I'll just keep listening. That was epic, like the raid event, but it only comes once a year in harvest time because it's too epic to have it more often. And then there were wild horses stampeding to hide the raid. People say wild horses are an omen. But they neigh and stomp, and an omen wouldn't neigh, right? Everyone knows omens don't neigh. Ken lost it. Stanley! What? Where's the sheriff? Oh, upstairs. I think he tried to run away from you. Chief, let's be quick, shall we? This is nuts! What the heck? Okay, I've been punched in the head. I've gotten points in stuff, but still, I'm still 2 points short. Darn it. Children, so many children. Why are there so many children? Wait, what's this? The crates had the Nanette Foundation logo on them. They were dirty and covered in dust. Oh no. Look inside? My hand stuck to the lid. I looked inside. Inside were cheap vitamins and supplements. They were all of questionable origin. Was this the only sustenance these children could expect? Oh, he's such scum. More children. More crates. I know I can't look at it because I'm not close enough. Let me get close enough. Okay, the crates had the Nanette Foundation logo on them. They were stacked crookedly, and some of them had been dumped on the floor. Alright, looked inside. Cheap game pills and infusion liquids. As far as I could tell, there were more virtualia pharmacology here than food. Oh, he's such scum. Or she's such scum. They're such scum. Yo, Miss Gamedec. Damn, you look the same as in harvest time. LOL, no one does that. What are you staring at? It's me, Silly Sally. Not her. Silly Sally? Were you the one using that letter and digit code? Damn right it's me. It's cool you came, but be careful. Outsiders are fucked here. It's dangerous. Ask about the danger, ask about the sheriff, ask about her parents, leave, ask how she's failing. What danger? You said this place was dangerous for outsiders. No one comes here because they want to, like, ever. They have to be brought in by Doug or Ack. One time, a guy in an anti-G harness wandered in here. Doug kicked his ass so hard he looked like a bad Hexel. You've probably dealt with them already, but Kid is upstairs, and I reckon Ack and Doug have nothing on him. Ask about the sheriff. Where's the sheriff? Yo, he's upstairs, I told you. Do adults have, like, 0 skill points in listening? How are you feeling, Sam? You seemed out of sorts while you were playing. How are you feeling? Once I logged out, I basically fell on my ass. I was so out of it. But that's, like, normal. Happens to everyone. It's cool now. I know you're an orphan. I know you're an orphan, so I'm not gonna ask about your parents. I'm just gonna go. Oh, Lord, he's a teenager. I'm going to have to punch a teenager. Of course it's a teenager exploiting younger children. Of course it is. Why would it be anything different? Alright, I am on where I should be ending the stream. But the question is, do I do this confrontation now? Or do I end the stream and do the confrontation next week? How cruel am I feeling? How cruel am I feeling? That is a good question. Should I punch this teenager tonight or punch this teenager next week? That is the question. And how long am I going to debate it? It's starting to get to the point. This is going to be a whole confrontation, though. It's going to be exposition and confrontation and blah, 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 blah. Sorry, folks. It's going to have to be a cliffhanger. I'm going to have to punch the teenager next week. So, I saved just as I came up to the top of the stairs here. So this is where I'm going to be calling it a night, because I'm just that kind of person. Sorry. If I go in there and start this confrontation, it's going to be like another at least half an hour, and that is really far past my schedule time. I'm not entirely certain that I would be 100% coherent by that point. I've had a long day. So this is where I'm going to end the game. Sorry. I will be coming back next week. And if you are wondering exactly what's been going on and how I've been playing previously, you can find all of my previous sessions of Gamedec on my YouTube channel. There's a playlist there. It gets updated every Friday with the previous Sunday's stream. And, well, there's only 5 of them so far, so it's pretty fast to catch up at this point. And I will be back again tomorrow night, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be playing Lost Ark, where instead of working for the bots, I will have bots as my enemy. It is an MMO that is fairly new and unfortunately infested with bots, but which I'm having a great deal of fun in anyway, and I will be continuing the main storyline quest on my bard tomorrow. And then I will be back again on Wednesday night at as close to 7 p.m. as we can get enough people together to form a room. I will be playing Among Us with my mostly local, mostly writer, all insane friends. We'll run around, stab each other in the back, lie to each other, have fun. It's definitely something to be tuned in for. Especially since I don't actually archive the full streams for the Among Us on my YouTube channel. Hey. And then on Thursday night, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be playing Oxygen Not Included for Try Not to Die Thursday. I will be continuing to attempt to maintain my colony and make it a really nice place to live, while I try desperately to manufacture enough steel to start making a monument to how great I am. If I manage to get this monument built, I will actually win the game for the first time ever, so that is the main ambition in Oxygen Not Included on Thursday. And then, next Sunday night, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be playing Gamedec again, and I will be going in and probably punching this teenager, unless Ken punches him first. So, that is the upcoming week in my schedule. Tonight has been very interesting and full of extremely difficult choices, and I am glad to have shared that journey with all of you. I hope that all of you had at least as much fun as I did, and I hope that you have a great night. Good night!